Hello, Libra. Welcome to June 2023. Going to be an interesting month for your finances, and it's going to be mostly positive, but there will be some surprises. You might also find that perks regarding career, including raises and promotions, and a simple way good experience of glowing up in your career and money space is possible. We're going to go into a lot of detail about how this is true for the month of June. But before we get there, if you are new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the whole sign house system. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, and I'm also a fan of all of the minor asteroids and talk about them quite a bit in my longer videos during the month. If you want to learn more about what I'm up to, you can check my description box below, where you can join my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter community. You can get all kinds of great perks as well on my very intimate and very fun Patreon community, where you get all of my ad-free content, everything I put on YouTube before the rest of the public gets it. And you get to meet with me on Zoom twice a month, where I teach classes, and we also do horary readings. So if any of that is of any interest to you, please check my description box below and hit the like button and subscribe. So let's talk about this year. Let's talk about what's going on in this month of June. So first of all, you're a Libra rising, and that means that Venus is the Lord of your sign. And in this video, I will not cover everything that's going to happen, but what I think is the most important for you to know, we will not be doing the new and full moons. I have videos on that. But you are a Venus-ruled being, as is the Taurus people. So your sun, moon, and rising in Libra are going to respond to what Venus is about to do in the month of June. And that is on June the 5th. Venus will move into Leo. Well, she does this once a year. She's going to do it for 4 frigging months this time along till October the 9th. So from June the 5th to October the 9th, Venus is in Leo, a very first or once in a lifetime extended stay because of a retrogradation in the house of good spirit. This is your 11th house. This 11th house brings good luck. It brings fairy godfathers and wishes come true. It brings great financial gain from one's career. It is a karmic rewards house. It's a house of the elder sibling. All said and done, this is a very positive place. And because of this, including windfalls, or in quotes, pennies from heaven, because of this, Venus, a luck goddess in a luck house, is extremely good for you, especially because she is the ruler of your sign. So she flows and glows you up in a sextile all month of June, from June 5th to the end of the month. And when she gets there on June the 5th, she's going to be joining Mars. Mars arrived in your 11th house way back on the 20th of May, and he leaves on July the 10th. Before she gets there, you might have had some fights with an elder sibling, some disruptions in friendship, some kind of feeling of less gains from your career, less fortune and luck, and some sense of hardship up there, perhaps. But now that Venus is joining him on June the 5th, things look a lot more positive. This is where you start to really feel good things are finally starting to happen. So career gains in particular are positive when Venus joins Mars in this part of your sky. You may also become more social and spend more time with friends, having a good time. Some of that may even involve travel, with Mars being active as well. I would say to you that people who could benefit you at this point will be very influential, women in particular, or friends in high places who wish to be favorable and act as an ally on your behalf. You can definitely make the big asks for women of any kind in your life to give you support if you need it, as this transit begins to occur on June the 5th. Now, the Venus transit is going to bump into some interesting developments during the month, okay? And we're going to go through those line by line when I get to the detail portion of the reading. So let's move ahead and talk next about the crow on my roof deck who just landed above me. Hello, crow. We have a family pet called the crow in the neighborhood. He's following me on a dog walk, and now he's above my roof as I talk to you, Libra risings. We're going to go through a couple other things line by line later, but let's go to the big picture stories. Another big picture story in the month of June is going to be the fact that Mercury moves into Gemini, which benefits you in terms of the 9th house matters. Book publishing, foreign lands and foreign shores, long distance travel, and academic environments are now being given a lot of mercurial love, because that's his home sign, from June the 11th to the 27th. It's a really good time for protected travel. He will protect you when you're on the road, especially if it's to distant lands. During this time, negotiations and contracts regarding legal matters can be also very successful. The next big picture story coming up for you and all of us is Pluto on the 11th of June will back end into Capricorn for a stay until January. This retrograde motion of Pluto into Capricorn will activate property, land, and real estate and bring you some power, wealth, and success in that regard. He's retrograding in there, so it could also involve property that you've been trying to buy or sell before, and now finally there's some new power and success there. He will also go direct, by the way, in October around the 11th in your house of property and real estate, making it a good time to sell or buy property even more successfully in the fall. With Pluto back ending here as well, he will love you up in the mortgages, tax rebates, and securing bank loans and stuff like that, starting in the 11th of June. Now, Saturn this month is going to station retrograde at 7 degrees of Pisces. He's been in Pisces since March the 7th. He'll be there till February of 2026. Now, Pisces for you is a part of the sky that you haven't seen any Saturnian action in at all for 30 years. And this is Saturn saying we got to get really serious about our health, take care of the body, do the necessary regimes, rituals, and structures and discipline to stay healthy. And if you don't, you will find yourself having some challenges. However, he also is saying you will work really hard, and by the dint of your hard work in some area of work and service, you will be very successful. An elder pet could also pass or be ailing during this next 3 years. As he retrogrades, he stations at 7 degrees on June the 17th. Now, a retrograde station is very intense energy, and it usually means that at that time of the turnaround, some events could happen on the 17th that have to do with the themes I've already itemized. He's going to go backwards through your 6th house, and he will be talking to the stories I already mentioned, better health, but because it's retrograde, going back to an old job, hearing back from an old employer, moving backwards into an old dating situation with someone you've dated before, those kinds of things can be very prominent themes June 17th onward for a few months. And now we're going to talk about the minutiae of the blow-by-blow in the month ahead, reminding you that the most important story is the Lord of your sky spending 4 months in your 11th house, something that hasn't happened before in your life, most likely, nor will it likely happen again. If you want to know more about that rare transit of the Lord of your sky, you definitely want to check out the longer video I'll be doing for that transit, which should be out by the end of May. Okay, so let's get going on this story. Beginning of the month, Venus, the Lord of your sky, is will be sitting in the Cancer. She hasn't gotten into Leo yet. So therefore, on June 2nd and 3rd, from your career space, she will flow and love up Neptune in Pisces. So she will be at 26 degrees of your career space, career and reputation house, and she will flow to Neptune in the work house. This is definitely some kind of dreamy opportunity in guarding work and job and career purpose and reputation. And if you're a visible public figure, this is going to be very good for you, especially if it revolves around video and videography, photography, and your reputation. So June the 2nd to 3rd, some kind of visual love up in your visible career space. You may even be speaking in front of people or having some little celebrity moment here. And then on the 3rd and the 4th of the month, what will happen is you're going to have Mercury conjunct Uranus. Mercury meeting with Uranus is sudden, unexpected, surprising news or information on the 3rd and the 4th of the month. And this is the first time this has happened with Jupiter and North Node here, because this has happened, Jupiter here, this has happened every year since 2018. Uranus has been in your 8th house of stock investments, stock portfolio, 401k, shared resources, tax rebates, money from inheritances. Some of you have definitely had unexpected or surprising chunks of money happen, even inheritances during this time. Now, this is Jupiter, and Jupiter rules luck. Jupiter brings bounty, and this is an inheritance transit for a lot of Libras, just so you know, that you may be inheriting money by the end of next year, by May 24th next year. But this is a new energy, and so with this unexpected news with Jupiter bounty, a stock could blow up and you get a lot of money. You could get a severance package buyout, and you get a lot of money from your employer. You could get a massive tax rebate. You could get news of an inheritance pending or money from your family of origin popping unexpectedly through around the 3rd and 4th of the month. On the 5th and the 6th of the month, there's a tension in the sky between Venus, who's your Lord, remember that, and she will now be at 0 degrees of Leo in that good spirit house of windfalls and pennies from heaven, and she'll be opposite Leo, still at Pluto, still at 0 degrees of your windfall house of winning money, money, luck, and opportunity. Now, if there is a new relationship that wants to start up here, it would be with a friend, somebody introduced by a friend, or you meet them in a friendship group. But be a little careful, because Pluto, Venus energy in an opposition would be very fatal attraction or very difficult or super intense energy. But if it's not about that and it's about money, well, what could be going on? You could have some kind of unexpected money development through a love affair, child, creative project, favors from a friend, or winning money as well, for sure, winning money for some Libras. Possibly an elder sibling is a part of this exciting money development as well. You may also have some blowout with a female friend, and it may have to do with something to do with pleasures and play and joy, and you may have some misunderstanding there. It's really hard to say what this could really be about. Venus is joining Mars there, and Mars rules your marriage house. So be careful for blowouts with a marriage partner as well, if you're a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, especially during the 5th and 6th of June. Marriage partner meaning monogamous, committed love story. That's all I mean. When we come to further in the month and we move to the 9th to the 12th of the month, we have Venus squaring Jupiter. Now, Venus is a good girl. He's a good guy. Two benefics are talking. That's not always a bad thing. Squares are tense. So you may have to make a decision, take sudden action. You may be facing a critical turning point regarding something to do with the following themes. Great gains from your career, money that you get from your work environment, an opportunity, or something good trying to happen in your 8th house of chunky money. Now with Mars up there, it could be severance packages. You get fired, but you get a lot of money, because Mars is with Venus in your 11th house of gains from your career. It's a kind of combination of ending but beginning, right? We ought to fire you, but here's your severance package. Or you may have some kind of stock investment or chunk of money suddenly reveal itself to you this month, and this is going to happen on June 9th to the 12th, and it may also cause some difficulties with a female in your friendship circles or an ally who is a woman in your life for some reason. And you want to be more sociable, right? Because Venus going through your 11th house makes you want to have more fun and go out and have fun and play and have some pleasure with the groups of people you love. And maybe there's something going on in the 8th house, like, I can make anything up here. You find out that there's a death in the family and you can't go out to do anything fun, but you're prospering anyway. Anyway, this is June the 9th to the 12th. This is going to be more influential for people who are Libra rising, especially, but then Sun and Moon secondarily, if your Sun, Moon, or Rising is in the first 10 degrees of Libra. Even more so the first 8 degrees. A little bit later, there's one flash of light in the sky that's very prosperous and abundant, and may also reveal secrets that are good to be heard, and that's Mercury trine Pluto, and that's on the 11th of June. Now, Pluto is still in Aquarius, and Mercury will trine from the 9th house. So unexpected developments, not unexpected, powerful developments around legal matters that help you prosper, things to do with third marriages and prosperity, things to do with your independent business and entrepreneurial stuff. A lot of Libras are going to have a lot of entrepreneurial power in the next 20 years, and things to do with foreign lands, foreign shores, and again, book publishing as well. Super powerful, good news energy going on here regarding those themes on the 11th of the month of June. Later on the 14th to the 24th, Jupiter will sextile Saturn. Jupiter is lucky and opportunity. It's in the chunky money house. I don't want to define it all over again. Sextiling Saturn in Pisces retrograde. This is chunky money as it pertains to elimination of debt. Chunky money as it pertains to maybe a situation of work and some prosperity at work. Something to do maybe with a change in the staff or a boss situation, or something going on with an authority figure in your work situation, and some prosperity, but in a chunk, right? Again, a commission, a raise, a promotion, but a chunk of money, not the daily grind. Paying off debt and getting a bit of a massive ability to eliminate a mortgage or a credit card debt can happen on June the 14th to the 24th, especially around the 19th, most accurate. Then later on the 25th to the 29th of the month, Mars will square off with Uranus. Now, this is not easy energy, and it's kind of explosive and shocking energy. And for you, it's Mars in your Leo house of friendships and allies and benefactors and career gains. Venus is there trying to soften everything at the same time, but then the square to Uranus in the unexpected eighth house energy again. Unexpected news of an inheritance, unexpected shocking developments regarding a stock issue, like an investment, unexpected developments regarding a debt or credit card debt, a mortgage or something like that. Now, with Venus softening things with Mars there, this could actually all work out in the end. You may need to take some really commanding executive action here. And you may have to enlist a support from a friend or an ally to get this all worked out, because you can't tell what the surprise is. There's a lot of surprise energy on this one on the 25th to the 29th. You can't be proactive. You have to be response active at the time of this event. Sometimes I don't want to overly worry you, but shocking information, news, or developments around a death of a friend could happen with this transit. Okay. Around the 25th to the 29th. Just so you're forewarned is forearmed. Mars can be accidents and endings, and Venus is friendship in the house of friendship, squaring shock and awe Uranus at the house of death. Okay, so there is that possibility, not necessarily, but you need to know. At the very end of the month, you're going to have a positive sky, and that's going to be for all of us. Sun and Mercury together will trine Saturn. Now, Saturn has never been trined by Sun and Mercury this way since 30 years because of the, rarity of Saturn in Pisces. So here's the thing. It's something like this. By this point, the Sun has moved out of Gemini. Did I talk about that for you? Oh, goodness. If I didn't, I think I did, but June 11th to 27th, yeah, I think I did. Mercury in Gemini means good things with court cases, legal matters, foreign travel, and third marriages, okay? Lots of action there. I hope I had mentioned it. But anyway, back to this other story. At the end of the month, Mercury and the Sun have now moved around the 27th of the month or so and gotten the heck out of 27th, 28th, out of your ninth house. And that was book publishing too. So yes, if you're into book publishing, capitalize on book publishing opportunities for sure in the window I just delineated, which was June 11th to 27th. But anyway, then Mercury and the Sun will move into your 10th house of career and reputation. And at this time, you're also going to find they're going to trine Saturn. This is a new job, a raise, a promotion, exciting developments regarding work and career space, a big kazemi on the last day of June, the first day of July, could be a sudden incredible development, superpowered insight, or just a really good opportunity to get a raise, a promotion, or a boss emailing or phone calling you, or somebody coming out of the woodwork to offer you a position. So that's true for if you want a position, if that's something important to you, if you're looking for an employment position, it's going to look really good on some of you Libras at that time. Thanks for listening, Libra. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my description box for everything I have to offer down below.